We are, of course, following the sun, and today we followed it all the way to the Blair Atholl Golf Estate. It is the second oldest national championship in the world. It's the South African Open Championship taking place right here. This is day 2, still 2 more days to go, and right now I'm joined by gentlemen that know all too well about the competition out on the field of play. It is the Sunshine Tour Commissioner, Thomas Abt. Alongside him is a golf journalist in Michael Flismus. Gentlemen, a good morning. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. Let me start with you, Thomas. I mean, we've already seen a day of action. What do you make of what we've seen so far in terms of the level of competition?
Morning, and thanks for being here this morning. An incredible day yesterday. Our professional golfers just eat up this golf course. Yeah, some guys had a tough day out there, but the guys leading were just exceptional. We have an international guy leading the tournament, and hopefully after Sunday there won't be that case. But our youngsters are coming through, and Casey Jarvis, Vusiwe Ngcobo. Exciting day, and even this tough Blair Atholl layout seemed to be rather easy for these chaps.
Let's talk to that a little bit, Michael, because I mean, every single time I've heard people speak about Blair Atholl, they tell you it's so tough, it's so difficult. Gary's done so well here because he designed it. But let's speak about the South African contingent we've got out on the field. And I mean, Thomas just mentioned the likes of Ngcobo and Jarvis. What do you make of that? And also the defending champion, because he's a bit off at the moment.
Yeah, I think, Thomas is exactly right. The South African professionals will fancy themselves on this golf course. They know the conditions, they know the grass, it's at altitude, so they're really comfortable out here. Very hard to beat a South African golfer on the Sunshine Tour when, the Europeans come out here. They know it well. Hard to beat them on home fairways. Casey Jarvis just looking so comfortable. He learned so much on the European Challenge Tour this past season, and in terms of game management, he wants to keep that going. Christian Besaidnout, to former champion, he's right in the chase as well. So you've got a number of South Africans that are really just today, in particular, going to line themselves up for the weekend.
Thomas, let's speak to when it's probably going to start shaping up in terms of where we're going to see our top 3 going. Is it still too early at this moment to be worried about, for example, if you're Tristan, or you're worried that I'm the defending champion, I'm a couple of shots off from the Swede that currently leads us?
I think golf's a funny game. You've obviously got 4 days to perform, and I think it's those simple analogies that you can't win it on day 1 or day 2, but you can lose it. So I think, as Michael alluded, Christian's comfortable where he's at, Tristan as well. He hasn't lost it, he's still in the hunt. There's many guys on that leaderboard, and today's going to be a day that'll position them for the weekend. As I said, you can't win it today, but you can definitely lose it.
And we're hoping that the Swede up at top there does lose it today. Michael, let's talk to the weather conditions out here, because, I mean, it's so early in the morning. I'm already feeling very hot. What does this mean for the players out on the field today in terms of just what the weather's looking like in Johannesburg?
Well, physically, it's managing their energy levels throughout the round. It is a long golf course. It's a long walk. They know it. So they've just got to manage themselves out there and keep the concentration levels going as well. The heat is always a factor, but with the Sunshine Tour and the DP World Tour partnership, they play around the world. They're used to varying conditions around the world, but the ball also travels further when it gets really hot. So yeah, they'll know what they need to do out there, and it's really just conserving energy out there and making sure that you're focused when it counts.
Oh yeah, we're certainly going to be looking forward to that, focused when it counts. Thomas, let's talk to this is day 2. I mean, when I spoke to you when you came out into our morning live studios a couple of weeks ago, you spoke about how this is the second oldest national championship in the world. In terms of just people turning up, how are you feeling about the turn up so far?
Yeah, I think, as I said, day 1, a Thursday during the week, I think we're very, very pleased with our turnout. I think going into the weekend, and again with our South Africans high on the leaderboard, I think a lot of people come out and support them. And we invite all our fans and our viewers to come out. Sunshinetour.com, click on that over there and get your tickets to come and watch the second National Open, oldest National Open in the world.
Let's talk about the ticketing price, because that's something people, when anyone says tickets to me, I want to know, how much is it going to cost me? Where am I going to be? Do I get to go everywhere on this golf course? What are those restrictions looking like, and what's the pricing?
Yeah, the tickets range from 100 Rand upwards. There's various packages in terms of a day 2 package, a day 3 package, what you'd like to do. There's also various options for VIP to sit in around the 18th green if you wanted to. There's also our partner in Circa, who also put up their wonderful structure, and they've got a special going as well. And they said, please don't tell anybody, but if you come, you can get onto their grandstand for a ridiculously low price. So there's a lot of options out here. There's a lot of things going on. There's a fan village. We've got kids games. We've got putting competitions. We've got a hot air balloon going up this morning. There's so many things going on this week at our National Open. We really invite so many people to come and enjoy it with us.
Oh, indeed, you can come through, and I can tell you where Michael's going to be. It's up in the VIP. Michael, let's talk about just in terms of the level of competition out here today. Who's your money on? Because I know Thomas says, yes, it's still early days. It's only day 2. People can set themselves up for the victory now, but they won't win it now. Who's your money on? I want you to now put on your analyst hat from what you've seen.
I fancied Christian Besaidnout at the start of this week. I thought, he came in pretty hot straight from the US for the Joburg Open last week. Found his feet a little bit, and I think he's feeling really comfortable now again this week. He wants to win this title a second time. He said it earlier in the week. So I think, I think he's somebody to keep an eye on. But I certainly agree with the commissioner. I think any South African that finishes top of the leaderboard in the Investec South African Open, that's a win. That's a win for us.
Indeed, and as I start to wrap up with you, Thomas, let's talk about the prize money that is up for grabs here this weekend.
Yeah, prize fund is $1.5 million. It's a heck of a big purse for anybody coming to play over here. But also what it enables one of the players to achieve is they get an exemption on the DP World Tour if they win this tournament, which enables them to go and play during the course of the year on the DP World all over the world. So a magnificent exemption for that. But also on the Sunshine Tour, it gets you into every other event on the Sunshine Tour, enabling you to get that pathway into international greatness. So it's so much more than just the financial gain at the end of the week. $1.5 million US. We just have to make sure you get that right. It's the US dollars, not just any other dollars. But Thomas, just a quick one as well. In the field, what are your thoughts on just in terms of representation? I mean, we know we come from a very diverse South Africa, and we've always said that golf is almost like a niche sport. It's not the most inexpensive sport to participate in. What do you make of just diversity in the sport of golf at this moment and in this particular competition? Yeah, I think the Sunshine Tour, working closely with Golf RSA, our amateur body in our country, is working really hard to ensure that we have a development angle into all tournaments, even at our highest level. We have the Papua Golem class, which we assist our development players and transformation players with funding, psychological assessment, equipment, apparel, and Investec is a partner to that particular program. And so much so that they also enabled Nicol Rama. They gave him a sponsor's invite this week that he's part of the Papua Golem class to come participate at the highest level. So we're working very hard on that opportunity. You saw Nicol perform so well last week at the Joburg Open, coming 6th. I know he struggled a little bit yesterday, but there's another day ahead, and hopefully he can deliver. But there's a bunch of other professional golfers that are going to hopefully put their name up in lights this week as well.
All right, so there we go. It is the SA National Championship taking place out here at the Blair Atholl Golf Estate. Thank you so much, gentlemen. It's been absolutely amazing. A quick one, Michael. Have you played out on this course before?
I have played the golf course. It's large for a man like me. It's big, but it's a fantastic experience. I think it represents everything that Africa is. Lots of space.
And difficulty?
Very difficult, but that's just my game of golf. Any course is difficult for me at the moment.
You and I are in the same boat. What about you, Thomas?
Yeah, it's a magnificent golf course. I think what Mr. Player has done over here is wonderful. We've been engaging with Mr. Player on how we're going to set up the golf course for the weekend. The golf course is tough already today, and unfortunately the weekend's going to get tougher. So coming down that stretch on Sunday afternoon, the professional golfer that's going to be leading is going to know he's been in a tough challenge.
All right, it is a purse of 1.5 million United States dollars. This tournament will be taking place it started yesterday and all the way through to Sunday, where we will know who the new or defending champion will be going into next year. That's it. That's how we wrap it up from here, following the sun on Morning Live.